Hey everybody, how are you? Are you ready to make a Mackenzie child-inspired bunny? Alright, so let's pop these out of their mold. And this is probably the most where you start to go, ooh, are you going to be alright? So I'm just loosening everything as best I can. I can tell right now the ear is cracked. And I did not put water in this mold. This is the one I didn't. And if you watched my other bunny video that I did for Easter time, it popped right out. This one didn't. It's because I didn't put the water first into this mold. But I'm not sorry that the ear is cracked, because I'm going to show you that it's going to be okay. Yep, it cracked. I had a feeling it was going to. And this is not unusual with these bunny molds. Why, I don't know. But do you see that? Once I get that put back together and spackled, you're never going to know the difference. Okay. Is your ear going to crack too? But this is the scariest part, because you always think, oh, are you going to make it? All right, let's turn it over, and I'm just going to kind of press on it. On the thickest part is where I'm pressing. Obviously, you don't want to press on the thin part, right? But you just want to loosen up the mold. Okay. And you don't want to crack the mold, because you want to use it again. Because these bigger molds are a little bit more expensive. All right, I'm going to get this one out. I'm not going to keep you on camera, but as soon as it's out, I'll be back. Okay, so what we've done here, now we have just painted the inside with acrylic paint, because that's going to help the glue to adhere. Because just the plaster of Paris itself, it does not adhere right. And I went ahead and I also did the part that broke off, because you want that to adhere as well. Okay, we're going to wait for that to dry, and then I'll be back. Okay. I'm going to put some of the A-leans. Well, you know what I'm going to do? Since this is bigger, I'm going to put some of the caulking, and I may even put some of the A-leans on there just to help it along. Because this is just about done. This is not the way this is supposed to come out, guys. It's supposed to come out this way. Gotta love it. But let's use it up while we can, right? I'm just using my fingers. Your hands are your best tools sometimes, right? Okay, so let's put this together. I have the caulking, and I put a little bit of Aleene's glue as well. You want to get this as even as you can, because you want it to be able to stand up. Oh yeah, that's going to stand nice. Okay, I'm going to let that dry. And I just want to hold it until it dries. I am excited about this. DIY. We are going to take, like you saw, we are pouring our plaster of Paris. Now we are going to paint and put these little napkin pieces that I cut out from this napkin that I got from Amazon. And what I'm doing is I am doing a inspired piece from Mackenzie Child on a bunny. And I'm going to get the catalog and show you real quick. Okay, this is the inspiration for what I'm doing. I hope you can see that good enough. Okay, E. So this one says Rosie the Rabbit. And this one's $42, which isn't bad for Mackenzie Child. But I don't know if you can tell, it's crackled. The body's crackled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crackle it before I put the flowers on. And this is the closest I could get to the look of the flowers. So it's going to have to do. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and paint it, and I'm hoping this weathered crackling medium from Deco Art will work on, yeah, because it's acrylic, it will. And this is old, I've had this forever. Anyway, I'm going to start painting this, put you to music, and I will be back after I get done with this first part of the bunny, and then we're going to put some of this ribbon from Hobby Lobby that looks like a Mackenzie Child. These pieces that I've cut from the napkin. Again, this is from Amazon, and it's from Wally E. Party Supplies. Okay. Okay, so we have the bunny painted. Now I'm going to let it dry. I think I might even use my heat gun to speed up the process. Once I have this dried, I'll come back and then we're going to crackle it. I'm glad I read, and I should have read it before I started, but it's no big deal. And I forgot about that. But when you're doing crackling, whatever you're going to do, I don't know if you can see this real good or not, but you want to do your base coat and then your top coat. Well, the top coat's what's going to show the most. Your base coat's going to show after it's been cracked. Well, if I was to paint this, the ivory, and then put on this antiquing, what you would see is the majority of the dark and just the white peeking through. Does that make sense? So what I have to do is I have to repaint, like I said, no big deal, and then put the crackling. Once that's dry, then you put the ivory, and then you're going to see a little bit of the dark. It'll make sense. So what I'm going to do, I'm glad I caught that, because then it would have been the darker, and that's not what I want for this particular bunny. It'll make sense when I'm done. Okay, so I've antiqued the whole thing, and now I'm getting ready to use this crackling medium. It says not to go over it much, and how thick you put it on determines how much crackling it'll do. And I put that Waverly wax. I'm hoping this doesn't change the dynamic, because it looks like it's just running right off of it. Oh boy, guys. Well, I'm going to put it on and see what happens. The worst case scenario is I just paint over it with the cream again. That's the one good thing about paint. But the wax is just repelling the crackle medium. I'm going to do this side first and see what happens, and if it doesn't work, then I'll just go over it with the chalk paint. I didn't even think about that, guys. You guys, believe it or not, it started crackling it even after I took it off. I can't really, everything's wet, but can you see the crackling at all? I don't know if you can see it. I'll show you closer after. But my point being, even when I tried to take it off, and even though it was on this waxy substance, you know, I wasn't even thinking, guys. What was I thinking? Well, I know what I was thinking. I was thinking it was just an antiquing, not realizing that the base of it is wax. Thank goodness this did not repel from it. I was able to cover it. And so once that starts to crackle, it's just going to look really old, is what it's going to look like. So that's cool. But I couldn't believe it. It's crackling anyway. Actually, it looks pretty cool. It just looks very old. Okay, so I'll be back. I just wanted to show you that I base coated this. I'm going to dry it, and then I don't know what I'm doing. I guess I'll put the crackling medium on this side and wherever I missed it. And okay, so I painted it again, and now I'm going to put on this crackle medium, and let's see what happens. Okay, I'm done with the crackling. Worked better on one side than the other because I didn't put it on this side when it was the dark brown. But that's okay, because I'll keep it at this side. This side did really nothing. This side crackled pretty good. Okay, so let's look at our bunny. Here's the flowers from the napkin. I like the way that looks. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to paint, instead of painting stripes, I'm going to paint this black and do white polka dots, and then we'll put on our ribbon. you go. There it is.